you were all pointing over here, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to be looking another direction, huh?
Open Safari. We are online already.
Yes, as the original should say. We should start over.
No, don't worry. Let's open iPad to see how it works. Go to Safari.
My lovely.
Excellent connection. Okay, we can actually listen how we sound like. I hope we sound okay.
Maybe.
No, not here, not here. Let's go through iPad. Computer is gonna make echo. We don't need echo. Okay. Excellent connection. Pretty good. That's it. Sounds good, right? Yeah, so here we go. We are here. And the chat, let's check the chat. Hi, everyone. Let's see that it's sending up. See, it does work.
Into the world, somebody, anybody. You know, I need to send the link right now, post it on YouTube, post it on TikTok.
Yep.
I see. Yeah. Before, I used to get so many people. It used to be so fun.
Used to be fun, right?
Yeah, but now.
But you can post on Instagram or you can post in.
But not now.
I mean, not Instagram. You can do, you know what you can do? TikTok doesn't work like that, right? Because I don't have TikTok, I don't know.
It doesn't work like what?
Like Twitter, for example, when you start streaming, you send out the tweet, hey guys, I'm online, you can join me.
So what does that mean, playbacks? That means somebody already playing back?
Yes, somebody clicked already to check. Maybe it counts me, I don't know. But yeah, we can actually go and look a little bit over the stats. Stream health. Stream is healthy. Stream health is excellent.
Healthy.
Good job.
No COVID.
No COVID here.
No COVID here.
Both vaccinations and booster.
Okay, but we can't start off sucking like this. I mean, we have to come like ready, the energy's going, like, all right, guys. Yeah, because 2 minutes is too long for people to watch, right? They're going to be like, I wonder later if I can edit out the first few minutes.
Babe, this is stream.
No, but I think when the other YouTuber is going live, he's like, oh, I can cut out that phone call. So how do you do that?
It's when they are exporting it. Look, after you finish the stream, you can download the video that you streamed. And then they're cutting it.
But then it's still the same video that was live. They're not re-uploading it, are they?
They do re-upload it.
They do?
Yes.
Doesn't seem so. So then what should we do?
What should we do? Well, our topic today is anxiety amongst
Should we start
immigrants?
over?
No, don't start over, because then it's going to be 2 streams. Do only 1 stream, baby.
I don't like how I started off.
No, but we didn't do anything wrong or bad. We just...
I just think because, you know, Americans have such a low... They have and yes, you people, I'm kidding. So we have a low tolerance or low patience, you know, so I just think you have to capture them like in the first minute, you know. So anyhow, so the topic is, as you see, it's anxiety amongst immigrants living in America. So why did we choose this topic? Because we have somebody who actually experienced living in America as an immigrant, and so they have a lot of experience about what it is to be in this country and to try to assimilate and how that works and the effects it can have on you. You know, I could imagine trying to assimilate in another country, but at the same time, I've always dreamed of doing such a thing, and I always admire people who actually, I would say, sacrifice everything, their culture, just to to try to blend in another culture or to learn about another culture, because to me it takes a lot. You have to kind of let some things go in order to take some new things in. So why don't you tell us, did you feel like you had to let some part of your culture go in order to uh, like blend in with America or to learn part of the culture here?
Well, when I came here, it was a while ago. To be exact, it was 7 years ago, and for me, everything was brand new. I was really young, and
Mm-hmm.
I could not understand what I have to do, what I'm not supposed to do, and assimilation was not that hard as I think right now, but I think it was hard because first of all, I my English was not that good, obviously. Um, the people are different, obviously. When you see somebody who is talking to each other, when they're asking you something, and you notice a lot when you, for example, you mentioned different countries. I know that Marlena used to be in Europe. She used to do
Mm-hmm.
some
Oh, yes.
uh, multiple travels around the earth. So the same with me. But I did not stay for a while as she did. However, I do remember the Germany, Poland, France. I do know those countries, and America is different. America is completely different, and anxiety definitely existed. But I think if our viewers or somebody will ever watch this video and they ask us like, "Am I feel anxious?" I would definitely answer no. I do not
Oh.
feel that anxiety anymore.
But you
However,
did at one point feel
exactly.
anxious. So how is America different than Europe or your country per se, as you mentioned?
Well, it's hard to answer that from the top of my head, like
I know
immediately,
it's a
but
very broad, but if you can specify one main thing that you struggled with as far as the different cultures that you can compare in Europe versus America, what would that be?
yeah, I think I struggled the most. The people's behavior here, in your culture, you always have to be kind of nice, no matter
Yeah.
how bad, rude, or silly the person is. So, what really got me off is when I entered the grocery shop or some store, and a person, the security guard, I remember, he's like, "Hello, sir, how you doing?" And I was like, "What?" And I got so off. Usually I thought it's friends, maybe my aunt, my relatives, they can ask me that, but not the person that I have
Which,
never seen in my life before. It was some, I don't know, security guard, tall guy.
so why did he ask you? Why did he approach you that way? Or what was his point of getting your attention?
No, just to greet me. I
Oh, he
think
was greeting you.
just
Oh, so you
greetings.
meant nice. So okay, so my bad. So I have, see, this is good that we're having this conversation, and this is one thing as far as like someone from a different culture who has English as a second language, how easy it is to misinterpret things. So when he said you have to be nice, he was talking about greetings, and I totally misinterpret that. I thought he meant, for example, people being nice, meaning that kind of like kissing butt, like not being honest and direct about something. Because
Right, right.
for me, I find like with my previous experience with Europeans and European friends, that they can be kind of brutally honest. They don't kind of sugarcoat it. Like just say somebody, like here in America, we have some. Just say I'm trying to go to a dinner and I have on a dress and I just look horrible in a dress, or I look fat or whatever. I don't know. And I will ask a friend here in America, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure, you look nice, yeah." But
Right.
a European, they'll be like, "No, that doesn't look good," or they will be very direct with you, or they would be very honest with something that they don't like that you're doing.
Right.
Like versus me and my experience in America, if they don't like something you're doing, you just will never hear back from them again. They will basically ghost you. So that's kind of like my experience as far as when you said that you have to be nice. That's what I thought. Oh, they're like thinking that they have to be nice, or if they can accept you, then they just rather not have anything to do with you. But I also can see that. So in your country or in Europe in general, you don't find that they go out of their way to make a greetings and say like, "How are you? How's your day?"
Absolutely not. This is
No.
not common, and people there, they think that this is something unnecessary and can provoke person to think something wrong. Right now in our current society, there's like harassment, sexual things.
Oh
So this is
yes.
why I think it's going away slowly from American society, because all those suit cases, court cases, they're just trying to avoid those problems. This is why um, it was a while since I come inside of the grocery store with my girlfriend or with someone, and they're just, oh, hello, sir, or ma'am, or how you been? Because first of all, it's COVID. The second of all, it's not normal to greet this person like that directly. Yes, they can say hello, they can say have a great day, but no more. Because it's
Yes,
just,
yes, going on. It's like, oh,
yeah,
now you're harassing.
the society starts to changing. I'm feeling
Yeah.
it. I'm
I
feeling
don't
it.
like,
as
and
an
I
immigrant.
totally understand that. And I had this experience because men are now afraid to compliment the women. And but this is before the Me Too movement. I remember I had a boss, and actually, of course, I never felt like anything weird around him because he was openly a gay man. But I remember one time he gave me a compliment, but he kind of asked permission first. He was
Right.
like, oh, is it okay that I say that you look nice today, or something like that? He said something like that, and I was just like, really? Are you kidding me? And to me, I think it's so sad that a man has to be afraid to say you look nice today. Like, what the hell is the big problem? What's the big deal?
Right.
I think women, it's nice to hear that. I like to hear it. I'm not saying we need to hear it, but I think it's nice that people acknowledge that you take care of yourself, or that you make an effort to dress nice, or
Right.
that you appreciate also like the presence and the acknowledgement of your presence. So yes, and I think it's kind of scaring men away too in general to approach women, and then the dating scene is dying, I think, because of that. And I think it's a scary thing because
It's very scary.
now like what's supposed to happen when it comes to the population.
Well, the population gonna grow through Tinder, I think, or some Facebook dating. I don't know,
That's
because
funny.
basically people stopped talk to each other. I will tell you a crazy story. I just came to America. It was 2014, and I think that was September or October. So I was here was already like a couple months. So I was riding a bus. I took a bus from Santa Monica college to Culver City, and there was a girl, like really, really nice African American girl, and I was trying to talk, just at least try. My English was horrible. My dress was fine. I looked, clean. Everything was fine, but I really wanted to meet someone because I had no friends. I had a couple guy friends, but I was curious how it's gonna feel like if I'm gonna talk to a girl. I did not thought about anything about relationships or becoming girlfriend. No, just take my chances.
General talking.
Yeah, just general talking. So when I start to talk to her, she was first of all she couldn't believe, like her eyes were so big. like is he talking to me? She was like, wait, what? Like what? And I literally sit like right next to her, like with her,
Oh my god!
in the
Yeah,
bus.
I probably would
I was
too. Like, what the hell?
And I clearly remember how I said that.
What did you say?
I said, "May I know your name, beautiful?" Like that,
Oh,
and she
he's
was
really-
like, "Yeah." She was like, "Wait, what?" And she started to look around. Are you talking to me? And I was like, "Yes."
So you didn't
And
tell
then-
me that you were macking like that.
Yes, I did try. I did try it, and she said something like I'm going to Inglewood or Compton. Like she started
Oh
to
Lord.
kind of protect herself, but
Oh,
of
trying
course
to scare you and
I had no clue what does it mean because we Russians, we love everyone and we don't care where you're from. So she didn't get it. Of course, immediately I said, I'm from Russia. I speak Russian. I'm sorry for my English. She was so scared and so confused. And the thing is, in the bus, there was like 3 or 4 people, like 2 people in the front and 1 person in the whole way back. So the bus was half empty.
like
So
empty.
couldn't nobody could protect her.
Oh, the bus driver.
Yeah, and
That is a funny story.
yeah.
So then what happened in the end?
In the end, when the bus stopped, it was like the final destination, and the Culver City bus station, and everyone's supposed to leave. So she literally ran away. I start to ask her, "Can you please give me your phone?" She's like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm busy," and she just like literally she ran away from me.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you were really chasing her now.
But then I told my friends the story, and they said that I'm lucky that she never called the
like
police.
punched you or something.
No, she was, because that type of people they can call the police.
Oh, yeah, but I wouldn't I mean, I've had that happen to me many times, so I wouldn't. It depends, like how pushy and aggressive you are, but it didn't seem like it. It seemed like you're very nice and friendly, so I wouldn't find it threatening. I wouldn't consider that like harassment or nothing. And but
Well,
now, if you say, "Oh, I like your dress," now that's harassment.
yeah, but this girl, I think maybe she was very young, and that's why she never ever talked to anyone. So I don't know her age. Again, I have no clue, and I had no any bad thoughts. I was just curious to meet new people on the street, and then people told me it's not nice here in America to do that anymore.
Well, back then, it wasn't bad then. So even back then, they said that.
No, that was years after. Years later.
Some years, but I don't know when it started to get bad. But for sure, a few years ago, it's just slowly creeping up, and I think, like my theory, it's like when I would go out with friends or just in general when I'm out, I think that could be a reason why men are afraid to approach women now, or because then they have to, of course, maybe sometimes they give a compliment or like, I don't know. But yeah. So I guess the men has to be now very brave in order to make that approach. So yes, wow. But that's a really nice story. Interesting.
Yeah, and unfortunately, maybe next time I will tell you a little bit more stories. Well, there is like 2 more.
Ooh,
2 more stories.
Like this?
Yeah, they started like this, but the ending is crazy.
Aww.
The endings are literally crazy in both times, and this is definitely will be for the next topics, because all this anxiety, like immigrant thing and culture thing. Trust me, it's not in my culture to come to random people and start talk to them. I'm pretty sure in every single culture, in every single nation, there is a situations when a man comes to women or when a woman comes to man and they start to talk about everything, weather, library, cafe, food, anything. So I just try to start from the scratch, and I failed many times.
Mm-hmm.
And the very last time I realized I would never ever gonna do that, and I stopped doing that. And yeah, I was single for years, guys. I was single for years, but then I finally found someone, and yep. And but before that, yeah, that was really tough.
I bet it could be. It's kind of like a hit or miss or a trial and error, trying to see what works, etc. And yeah, I mean, as a woman, I don't think I've never found myself in the shoes of trying to approach a man. And I seen something. It was like a TikTok or something, and the girl, it was like supposed to be really funny. She inboxed a guy, and he says something back to her like, "Would you don't do that or something, or I'm gonna block you or something." Like the way he responded was really
I just noticed that I'm sitting super far away from you. Okay.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
How did you get back over there?
I don't know. Yeah, can I please?
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to touch up on that. I remember you telling me one time that it's not usual that people of your culture would speak to each other. Like if they see another Russian in the street, like a random person, not in the street, but like in a market or something, it's not common that they'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like if they don't know you, they don't speak to you.
Exactly. This is something very uncommon thing when I came here, especially cashiers.
Mm-hmm.
When they calculating your items and they telling you the cash, they're like, they can start a random talk. They can look at my T-shirt. They can look, I don't know. Oh, where are you from? They start to ask random questions, and all the time it catch me off guard. I was, wait, what? Why are you asking me that? I don't know you. Why you even speak with me? I had that feeling. I still kind of sometimes have it. But now, of course, I'm more comfortable when somebody's asking me something. I can clearly reply. But before,
so it's you were the one who did not want to respond to that?
yes, I was the one who.
Ah, but I thought you were like all of us are like that kind of thing.
No, I was just started to think that maybe I have to assimilate. If everyone are kind of trying to be friendly, even if they don't want to be
You're
friendly,
talking
I
about
have
with
to be
other
friendly.
Russians, though.
Oh, with other Russians, yes, they won't even start talking to
Yeah,
you.
so that's what I mean. Like, why is it common that the Russians are not speaking to other Russians? I think it's kind of similar with African American. My experience more is they just stare at you. Not the women, but the men. Like if I am at the gym or if I'm at the store and if I go anywhere, wherever I'm at, if there's a black male, I notice that he'll just like, oh, look at me. Like every now and then. Maybe if he's an older guy, like one guy last weekend, I'm like probably old enough to be my grandfather. He was so cute in the market, and later when we were like going to the parking lot, he was like, "Oh, you have beautiful hair," or something like that. Like he was like literally like 80-year-old guy, like black guy, and I thought, oh, he's shopping by himself, buying all this canned food, and he just kind of reminded me of my grandfather. He had that. I felt that connection, like that feeling. It felt very warm. So, but in general, like I think the age range, I think if you're the same age range, it's less likely that they're gonna just be like, hey, like kind of talking.
Well, honestly, for me, I noticed in America, it doesn't matter how old you are. If it's a young girl or old lady cashier in the shop, like when you're in business to business, almost all the time they're trying to be friendly, maybe to show their boss or manager that, oh, look, I have a beautiful customer service. I can present myself properly. I can talk to people.
But that's in the service. That's if they're providing a service. But if they were just a customer, your customer, then it's not going to be that interaction. Really.
Probably, yes, I would say so. But again, in Russia, we never had that because it's just uncommon. We have the thing that if I don't know you, I'm not supposed to talk to you. Maybe they're saving energy like that. It's cold country.
That's me. Like, I'm so lazy. I'm not wasting my breath.
If I'm gonna start talking to you, I'm gonna waste so much energy of thinking and speaking.
Save it for later.
Yeah, I have to save it for my different friend or family.
Yeah. It's funny. That is a good theory. I do believe that can be true because I feel like that. I'm like, I don't feel like talking. Like if I have to make a phone call, I have to speak to an agent. Oh my god, I'm just dying already. And they transfer again.
Yeah, but
and you keep explaining the same story while you're calling.
But the agent has to be nice with you because it's his job, right?
Yeah.
So this is why I was like thinking, yeah, maybe it's that some type of theory. But even Russians, over the phone, yeah, agents are nice in Russia. But when they start talking to each other in private, in private, like in real world, then it's a little bit different. I felt it immediately. Again, that's my personal experience. Again, please don't.
Yeah, of course.
Don't judge
here because we will. So, okay, how did it make you feel when you started to see that in the grocery store that people are being nice, although they're kind of like doing their job because they what?
No, for the first year, I was completely, I thought that's the real America. Like everyone wants to be friends with each other. That's, I swear, that was my first thoughts. Like, wow, everyone's
We were all
smiling.
so
Everyone
nice.
like,
You thought we were all so
yeah, this is why I tried.
friendly.
Yeah, this is why I tried to,
Well,
speak
you
with that
thought
girl,
what?
because maybe she would be friendly with me as well. But no, that didn't work. And still, I tried, and again and again, and it didn't work. So, yeah,
Aw.
that was really interesting.
So let's read a couple of things. So I have something to read to you. Not saying this is pertaining to him or in general, but there are psychological impacts for immigrants. It says here, for some immigrants, assimilation can lead to depression and related mental health challenges. Immigrants can experience feelings of anxiety when they have to try and learn a new language, find a new job, or navigate hostility towards different ethnic groups in a new society.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I kind of agree because I won't tell who that was. And the only thing I'm gonna tell you that it was a very close person to me, like relative. So he came to America a little bit later than me, and much older. He's way much older than me, and he literally had the depression because in the beginning of the stream you mentioned regarding the culture things like holidays, and this person couldn't understand why Americans cannot celebrate properly New Year. He literally couldn't understand that. Okay, Christmas is Christmas. Yeah, the 25th of December. But what about 31st of December? What about the 1st of January? You have to celebrate big, You
So
have to.
he didn't feel like we celebrate.
Exactly. For some reason, he got into society where nobody cared. Like, oh, New Year, so what? So what? And he got some kind of depression later on when he found out that many holidays, I'm not gonna name them, just telling, they don't even know those type of holidays. So the guy, he just started to getting more depressed, and more depressed. And eventually, he decided to just settle down and never ever talk to any American person.
Wow.
Yes, and he
He must
started
have
to
had
go.
some horrible friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
he eventually he joined some Russian community. Like he moved to where there's only Russians.
Oh,
like
Lord. So he became
Bronx,
one of
East
those.
Hollywood,
Okay.
Glendale. Like those type of
Wow.
areas. And yep, that's it. So he hates America. I don't know why he's still here, but
He's like one of those where they refuse to assimilate.
that's correct.
So I heard of a term. This is called where I think it can be some of the worstest fear or the worst fear of some immigrants, and that is
assimilation.
no, I guess so similar. So it's called to be Americanized.
Oh, Americanized. That's a good word.
So that is like fear. So let's see what it means to be Americanized, if it's a word. Actually, it's a word. Hey, I hate when you like type in something and then it corrects you. So, made American in character or nationality. So, what does it mean specifically? Adapted or altered to have or conform to typical American characteristics. So, from here, that would be like not celebrating holidays. So, American in quality or character as the flock become. So, this is an example. American in quality or character as the flock became more educated and more Americanized. They wanted to be seen as real Americans. So I don't know if that's a good explanation, but whatever. It also could mean like to bring under the political, culture, or commercial influence of the United States intercetta, whatever that means. But I had some friends that were from different countries, and I do I did feel that. I felt that fear and that resistance of becoming Americanized. And yeah, I think there is a fear depending on the culture. Like they just really like get afraid. And I think sometimes it can be dangerous because then they'll isolate themselves, and like you said, they'll move to these communities, like
right.
Because we have all these different like culture pockets. We have little Ethiopia, we have little, I don't know, like
Little
Chinatown,
Korea,
little
Korea.
Korea. We have all these little pockets of cities, and so they can like they have their own shops and like even their own language. So Little Armenia, for example. So could you imagine they just like only interacting with their own, and that's just to me it's weird. I don't know. I just think in order to grow, we have to open up, and that's the best way is to
Yeah, absolutely, I
not
agree.
shut the door completely.
I also want to add to it that it's good that you keep your traditions, but also you have to respect and follow the traditions that the country is offering and is having. So, for example, when it's Thanksgiving Day, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but when
No,
it's
no, it's
Thanksgiving Day and everyone is having like long weekend, right? It's called from Thursday up to Sunday, right? It's 4 days off. So those people who refuse to celebrate, they can just sit home and enjoy this time off.
Yes.
But also they have to be grateful to
This tag is killing me.
this to this country that it's giving there some spare time, to rest.
Oh yes, we do have
So
holidays. It may not seem like it, and I think it's true. Like it's like a lot of people looking at the outside, and they're like, "Oh, like America doesn't have any culture, like da da da." But we do. We have our holidays we celebrate, and we have our ways that we do. And I always grew up celebrating New Year's on New Year's Day. So at one point, like when I was young, I used to hear them shooting in the air at the midnight. I used to be so scared. And you can literally sometimes hear the what is it when they shoot the pellets or whatever it is? It will be hitting sometimes the roof of the house.
Oh,
The shells.
the
The
shells
shells from the bullets.
from the bullet?
Yes.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, it used to be that bad. Like 4th of July, but instead with guns. And yeah, everybody used to. It's not as bad like now, but I remember when I was a kid. Oh my God, it was like shooting like lighting a Christmas tree. But we always celebrated New Year's Day. We would go to family, and that was like the big holiday. And it was like so fun. Yeah, those days are gone.
Yeah,
And I
but
was just thinking about that. A lot of traditions die when the matriarch of the family dies.
well, but going back to holidays and regarding the traditions. Sorry, for some reason I cannot pronounce this word tonight properly. My brother, he used to study in middle school, and there was one of the week. I'm sorry, I'm not Jew, and I'm not that into historical thing, but some Jewish holidays are getting celebrated in schools, specific schools.
Wow.
Yes, I won't name the school where my brother used to study, but all his friends and other schools, like in the neighborhood, they all got closed for like 2 days due to Jewish holidays.
I didn't know. I
And
should
we
go to that school.
yeah, we were really impressed. We're like, wow, that's really nice, because seems like it. We don't know how many Jewish people there was, but they did. Um, the government, the Los Angeles, I mean the Californian government, they offering those people their traditions to keep them together. Not to refuse. Oh, in this Jewish holiday, you have to work. We don't care that you're Jewish. No, they say, okay, you have your holiday, no problem. Please rest this day. Yes, originally in Jewish, I know they have some holidays when they are taking like a week off, and for entire week you're not allowed even to.
Oh yeah, they're fasting. They have their New Year's is in September.
Yes, something like that. I don't know. Once again,
or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know, but I used to work with the Jewish people, and they like literally taking off for entire week. Then like month later, another week, and then another week.
They
it's
have
like,
a lot of holidays.
yeah, they have a lot for sure. They have a lot, which is fine, because then they work like literally 7 months or like I don't know 9 months straight without any single holiday. But then for 3 months they have like holidays nonstop. So, and this is good that they are allowed in America to celebrate those
yeah,
those
I noticed that
holidays.
lately too. For some reason, I don't know, maybe since COVID, I've noticed more of the holidays that they're celebrating, because the place I was renting, The guy was Jewish, and that's why he was taking some days off. When I wanted to go take a tour, and they were like, "Oh, he's off for the holiday," and I was like, "There's no holiday." I didn't know what the hell they talking about. So then later I figured out, like, oh, okay, it was like a Jewish holiday. So then I started to notice when I was like, because I live close to Beverly Hills, and they have those like temple. I don't know what you call them, but
Synagoga.
oh yeah, synagogue. That there was
Yeah.
like big parties going
Oh
on,
yeah.
and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I was like, I wish I could go to the
I wish I
party.
could be Jew.
Yeah, because the parties seem like they're really big, like really
Yeah.
big parties. But I think it's something special they do because they keep the culture strong, which is nice. And so we celebrate, like, I don't know, I would say African American. We're American basically, so we're
Right.
celebrating American holidays. We're not celebrating holidays from whatever ancestors, because like since here we're just only celebrating holidays, unfortunately. But I think it would be nice if, like, not knowing exactly where we're from, but doing my DNA, I have all these different regions where my DNA is
Right,
coming
right.
from. So what I'm supposed to do, pick out the hat, like, okay, I'm gonna celebrate, the Ghana style, or Nigerian style, or Liberian style. It's Liberia, Iberia, like Liberia, Iberia. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's both. It's two ways. But anyhow, so I think I like the Nigerian version more. But I was googling more just recently. So it's a region like West Africa where most of my DNA is coming from, and I just thought that would be so cool to meet a community that is. Oh, we're muting all this time, maybe.
No, we're not muted.
I just thought it would be so cool to meet a community like that has a background Nigeria. And oh my god, did I try to? I didn't tell you this story. Let me tell this story. This is a fail. This is a fail of me. A fail story of me trying to connect with my roots. Let me tell the.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Just put it to double check that works. Yeah.
So, anyways, once I got my DNA results, well, it was like a year or so later. I was like, I want to be part of my Nigerian roots. I want to connect. I need to find my family. I'm like Googling, looking Nigerian. Like, I don't know, Nigerian group, Nigerian, Nigerian something. I can hardly find anything. Hardly zip, zap, nada. But I did find there's like some churches, but it was more like African church, but not specifically Nigerian.
Right.
So, but then I was like, then I looked at the church, and some of them looks like shady, like, but I don't know, not shady, not to put down, but it wasn't like, it doesn't tell you if it's just like really Nigerian, but it's like just African. I'm like, no, it has to be specifically Nigerian. So anyhow, I found something on, I don't know how the hell I found this thing or place, but it's supposed to be like some community where Nigerian people will get together, right?
Okay.
And it's like where you can meet up, like you meet like Nigerian people. And I just thought, wow, this is so cool. And this is right after somebody T-boned me, like my car was kind of. So I didn't have a car, and it was in the valley. And I just thought, wow, I really want to go to this event. It was like an event. And it's supposed to be like food or whatever. And I just thought, oh, this would be so nice. I can actually meet some Nigerians and connect. And it was somewhere far in the valley. And I noticed that a lot of people, like ethnic groups, and here in America, a lot of immigrants, they're like always like living far, like in the valley. And so, oh, I got a like already? Oh. So, okay, I was so excited. I went there, and it's supposed to, say, for example, it was supposed to start at noon. I get there, I couldn't see anything. It was just like a building and like a door and a window. And I was like, what the hell? So I go in the back, it's like no cars. And I'm like, what is going on? There's nobody here. It's like nothing, doesn't look like anything's happening, no party. And then I seen there was a door open. And it was like no one in there, and I was kind of scared, like, oh, should I go in? So I'm like calling the organizer, trying to text her.
Right.
And the organizer's like, oh, don't worry, the person is late or something. So then I'm just thinking like, okay, whatever. So then she was like, oh, you can wait, or she was saying something, oh, we'll be there like in like, but it was like 40 minutes, something crazy.
Right,
And I
right.
was like, holy shit, what am I gonna do in all this time? And it was hot as hell because it's a valley.
Okay.
So it's like 100 degrees. So I'm waiting next door in some laundry mat because I didn't have a car. And it was just like, this is ridiculous. And I started thinking, oh, this is my people. Of course. You know?
Well, I know the same thing we can talk about from historical references, like the Mexicans, people who came from the border, from the south border. And this is another pros for me that our government and most likely, I hope, all southern states, they very respect the original population of their states. So they constantly following up with their holidays. So for example, I had that many, many times when I'm going to my brother's school or some job. Like, oh, today is like in the Mexican independency. And yeah, I was like, okay, that's fine. But then I'm coming home. I live close by to downtown LA before, and I saw that celebration, people with the tents, and they're like making that
big
like
time.
holiday. Yeah, for me, it's not my holiday at all. I lived for 20 years in Russia, and I heard that there's a country that called Mexico, but I never followed up with their national holidays, But in America, it was so fun to realize that, some historical things that, oh yeah, America used to buy their lands and,
oh, Lord.
Many
Bad
interesting
Americans.
things. Yeah.
So let me finish the story. I know this is nice too. Yeah, it's the Mexican culture has a big influence in America, especially the food, because everyone loves Mexican food. Okay. And I remember because a while back I used to do Airbnb, and people used to come from all over the world, even from like East Coast, and the first thing they wanted was the Mexican food. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Because me, it's like, oh, all my life I'm eating this food, like, so it was no big deal. But then I was like dying to eat it. And they tried it, like they had some people from East Coast, and they're like, wow, it tastes so good. Like, I guess here it's closer, so everything tastes like more authentic. And it's so true. When I was in Mexico in September, no, it was October. Oh my God, that food. Babe, you wouldn't believe it.
I know.
I got you. But look, the shrimp was like huge, and I swear the food, but it was not the resort food. The resort food was so disgusting.
Disgusting?
Yes, it was totally like Americanized version.
That's
but
horrible.
It wasn't Americans working there, which is so weird. Like the Mexican food was really horrible in the resort. But as soon as we went outside the resort to the town, oh my God, that food was, I never tasted anything so good in my life, I swear. It was just amazing. Like melted the flavors, like it was unbelievable. It was crazy. Like it was so worth it. We took a taxi, and we were scared as shit. Outside the city in Mexico. Oh, excuse me.
No.
Okay, we were really scared because this is ladies by ourselves in Mexico, and we go in a taxi and nowhere. It was like over an hour away. We sitting in the taxi for over an hour, just going out the city. But the food was so worth it. It was the die for it. Like, we didn't care how dangerous it was. Just take me for some food, because we were sick of the food in the resort. It was, the food was making us like, we couldn't take it anymore. Like, we want some real. Right. Oh my God, the food was amazing. So okay, so back to my people. That's we love to be late, right? So that sounds like, oh God, yep, it's running on off.
You actually never late, but
I'm not late, but in general, we have a bad reputation of being late. Okay, but no, I'm always on time.
Yeah, sorry. There is a Russian thing, like the true women has to be awaited. Like you have to wait for true women. So if the girl or woman is getting late, and if she eventually comes, you never assume that she's late. You waited for her. That's why she came, even late.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna.
But that doesn't mean that you have to be late. Okay, you have to be always on time.
I like that idea. I'm gonna be late for everything.
No.
But usually because we're just making ourselves more beautiful. That's all.
Agree. Take your time, please. Take your time all the time.
So yes, finally, like after I had a phone call while I'm waiting in the laundromat, looking crazy, and it was hot in that laundromat. Remember, it's already the valley, so it's 80, 90 degrees. And then the laundromat where the hot machines are going.
Yeah.
So it was really hot. And I'm like almost sweating. I have a phone call for like an hour, so almost 2 hours, I think. Then they were like, oh, somebody's finally there at the organization.
Right.
So I come there. And it's just weird. Like the vibe is weird. Like, I don't know. I just, like the lady, she seemed, she was, not that she wasn't friendly, but it wasn't that, like, I don't know. It was like something missing. I didn't really feel, I don't know what it was. I didn't really feel I was missing something. Like it was just so it didn't seem like an event, where what it's supposed to be
Okay.
for people to meet other people. It seemed like there was people there. It was like already, it seemed like a family event, and I was just crashing somebody's family party because it was like these people were already like hanging, like, hey, how are you, and then they're like, they're like corner, and it was just so weird, and so I was like, oh, can I help set up? Is there anything I can do? But then I was like, oh, no, like they didn't like really communicate with me, really. And it was so awkward, so bad.
Okay.
I just left. I just left. And then I don't know if that was a bad thing. Maybe I should just stuck around longer and figure maybe, I don't know. But I don't know. It just seemed weird. And I'm just like, they didn't seem like they were really... maybe they even know they were, but I didn't get that like they were. I don't know. It was just something missing. Some connection was missing.
With the people.
Yeah.
Well, the same with me. I will go very far apart from my beginning living in America to like nowadays. So right before the pandemic hit, one of my neighbors, they called me over for the party. And there was like very huge party. She had a birthday. She was like, I don't know, maybe let's say 30 or 31. And, not a young girl, but still she was pretty good. And she called over many people, many friends, relatives, and her closest neighbors, which was my family and me, myself. But only me came out there. And I was the one who kind of apologized for everyone, and I said, excuse me, we cannot... just 1 second. This is some spam. This is a spam.
What's a spam? Why
there was just a spam.
The
spam chatters. Yeah, so I apologized for my family because my dad, he was like, you're young, go hang out, we don't want to go. Yeah, they got invitation, but we just decided, let me go. Let just me by myself, because we were not that close.
Represented for the family.
Yes, we were not that close, so it was kind of awkward to come all over. There was only, young people. And so I came over, and I spent there like, let's say 3 hours, 4 hours, but it's still, I couldn't feel like that it's mine, because the people are completely different. They're talking on Spanish music. I enjoy Spanish music. I like Spanish music, and it's not something that against me or my culture. It was just something unusual for me. And I don't have Spanish or Hispanic friends, so I could not be involved in their some talks, some games, and so it was really hard.
Yeah, just feel like just awkward all the time, or like it just like, I don't know, like a elephant in the room, or just sticking out. And I felt like that too. Like, I just felt like they all know like I'm not Nigerian. They all know I'm not African, right? They're probably like, what the hell is she doing here? Like, I don't know. All this was going through my mind. Maybe it was me being so insecure. I don't know. But it just also still, they weren't like, hey, where are you from? How are you? Like, where are you here? What do you do? Like, I don't know. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just like, okay, she's there, whatever.
I remember I got tired very quickly because they started to ask me where am I from. And I kind of explained that 100 times per night. And then there's another people, there's more and more Mexican people,
Keep
guys,
coming. Where are you
girls,
from? Where
like
you
from
from?
all over the LA. It's a huge party. And I just tired and I started to kind of, guys, I'm just from
Just get a
Russia,
sign.
just like whatever, because they're, oh, where you been, or have you lived here? Because I used to move out a lot and lived in different cities and places,
Yeah.
and for some reason I was explaining that to people, but then I realized, no, I have to stop because I already tired. And yes, the party finished very interesting actually, and maybe it's the very
Is that
interesting topic.
story?
It's that, yes,
Oh Lord.
yes, it's that
Oh
story
my
when
God.
couple guys came to me and they invited me.
Don't. Do you
Yeah,
want to
no,
say
no,
it?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna, no. I have to tell
Okay.
people to make them, we need to have some surprises for the next
Okay, give the
streams, you know.
surprise. There's
No, we're not gonna give any surprises, but I'm
Oh.
gonna let you know that there are some crazy things, crazy
crazy
story.
ending.
Yeah, and there's many crazy stories I have. So
I have
hope,
some crazy stories too.
yeah, like, but this is really crazy, and trust me, guys, you will definitely want to hear that.
Yeah.
What that guys
Hmm.
offered me and what they really wanted to do
Yeah.
with them to someone. Nothing, no criminal, nothing. If you're gonna type right now, oh, they tried to murder cocaine. No drugs. No, we very.
Well, don't say too
people
much,
were
because
like-
then you start to give away clues. So
Yeah,
we have to make to a point where, like, okay, you want to know, then you have to subscribe.
Yeah,
more.
you have to subscribe. You have to.
Oh,
follow,
look, somebody put something here.
Yeah, I reported. That's a spam.
Oh.
That's a spam. Unfortunately, yeah, I already reported. Please do not spam or put inappropriate things.
So wait, somebody put that, or
yes?
What?
Let's see. Look at his name. I don't think so. It's a real person.
No.
Yeah.
So word, and it's not even a real word. It's like,
yeah, it's something. So don't worry. I'm an observer here and interviewer and answerer.
We should add to the title interview too. At the end that yeah. It will be anxiety and mass immigration, live in America interview.
Well, I don't want to call it interview because we talk to each other. I want to call it like a dialogue because you share your stories, I'm share my stories, but
Okay.
you're asking me more than I'm asking you.
Yes.
Right, because I'm the person who's kind of trying to get help from a professional psychologist.
And eventually we should sell our own glasses brand. I think that'd be great because we'll be like, so cute with our glasses. We're twinning with our glasses, and we can make a new trend. Like, oh, they look so cool with those. We're not gonna give the secret about the glasses yet.
Oh, that.
Because we're gonna come with our own brand maybe, and
okay.
we can sell them on YouTube. And yeah, there'll be a store. Click buy the glasses.
Buy the glasses.
Yeah, why not? So this is the Bible. This is my Bible. I've memorized this whole book. It's about 1,000 pages, 945, something. So it's called the Diagnostic, right? No, DSM. Diagnostic Manual. Look, I can't remember. Diagnostic Statistical Manual. Dang! See, this live is 1 hour now, so my brain is like...
So yeah, I just getting started. I thought maybe we can do a very tiny short break and come back.
Sure. How do we do a break?
Yeah, actually, that was my bad. I never set it up. This thing, like usually you putting this thing and you can call it break, and you can put an image.
Can we make the name match what is happening? Like he has something break is called apples,
Yeah, right now I actually cannot
change the name.
I cannot change the name.
Oh, we change it later? Can we change it later?
No, I have to create a new thing, and we can. Well, how you gonna call this
break?
Thing?
Are we gonna have a break? Call it a break.
No break, but we have to put something during
mean?
the break. Oh, sorry, I'm here.
Oh, a photo.
Yeah, like maybe photo that.
Okay, so let's find a photo.
Let's find a photo.
Put my face. Put my beautiful face. My picture. Why not? Yeah, right there.
Well, they're gonna
not
see...
the last one.
Yeah, the last one, right? How to open it?
I have to click twice. Okay, there it is.
Okay, but we gonna put it.
Here we go, the complication.
Yeah. Okay, so how we gonna do it? I'm gonna click image. You wanna call it break image?
Okay.
Break
room.
Break image. Yeah, guys, we are here. Make source visible. All right. So.
For the whole hour, somebody better click on this.
No. They won't see right now. I'm gonna scroll through images.
No, I know, but I'm like, nobody's joining the live.
No.
Maybe I should go. Maybe we should. Oh, I can't go live on my other account because it's not enough subscribers.
Maybe we all have to start from something. We have a beautiful, nice talk. Seriously, don't worry. Okay, downloads.
It's on also desktop.
Oh, it will be hard to find it.
Let's go to desktop. You'll see it on.
Oh, desktop. Okay.
Scroll. Actually, the download, I seen it on the download. Go back to download. It's the first one, is it? The very first?
Nope, it's not.
You.
Oh, this one. I see. I found it.
Oh, let's see first. Okay.
Right? It's this one.
Oh God, I'm upside down.
Why it's upside down? Okay, let me switch over. Don't worry. Wait, I forgot how to flip it. Oh wait. I think you have to do like that.
Move it all the way to the left, and then you'll find it where to flip it.
Yeah, you cannot flip it like that.
Yes, you can. You have to move up more the image.
No. See, this is the image. Actually, I know what to do. Actually, I don't know what to do. Yeah, see, and it's not full screen. We have to resize it, you know? See, it's the borders.
All right, well, do another photo then. Let's see.
Okay. So let me check. Let me check what photos we have.
Just click on there. Honey, come on.
No, see, it's glitching a little bit. It's
waiting too long. You don't have to wait all the time. But it is a massive amount of energy, probably. Can I try this one?
No, but it won't be in full screen. We need something, you know, like in full screen. This one is actually good. Yeah. This one is actually good. And we can put, you know, something like that. We can put like that. This is you. I'm gonna make you, excuse me. I'm gonna make it big. And we can put the text here. We can put the text. Image siphon text retype.
It's so big on there. So big. That's why I gotta lose weight, because when I gain weight, my boobs got bigger.
Yeah, and we can break. Yeah, well, of course, we're gonna change the font, everything. Break, like, let's say 5 minutes. Break 5 minutes, and we can select the font.
Yes. Why? But you said you made payment, no? Oh, how late are you? Okay.
Okay, so the microphone is on. Let's switch over back to us. Okay, we're here. All right.
How do you take it off?
You mean the break? I switch the scene. See? The break. Scene. Oh, sorry. That's the main stream that we want to show.
Do you click it once or twice?
Once. Only once. See?
I'm used to clicking twice. I need a click.
No, only once.
Okay, you guys, we're back. Thank you for waiting. Sorry, it may have been a little. Oh my God, and we'll give you money. Right, here we go.
Yeah.
Like, oh, money.
Yeah,
money. I think I blocked it, and the devil keeps coming. Jesus help me, please. Okay, so we're back.
So we finished on the topic when you started to mention regarding the bad companies, or not the bad companies, the people the societies where you're not belonging to, right? So
societies you're not belonging to is maybe a little reaching. So because people are so quick.
Like the parties and
I thought I blocked this person.
Yeah, I mean, I told about like Hispanic party when I went to. I felt fine, but it still was a little bit awkward because many things that they used to talk about was really complicated in my opinion, and it was something that I was not interested to because I'm not speaking Spanish. I was not born here.
Okay.
Yeah, taco.
No.
Yeah, it was hard.
People were like, "That's racist." No.
That's racist. No, guys, no. So my girlfriend is African American.
Well, me, I go like Riba or something. I don't know, but whatever. So what? We're not the racists here. But in YouTube streets, you can say the N word all day long. So doesn't that tell you something? Racist. Yeah. All right, go on.
Yeah, I actually bought the N-word. Very funny story.
What? You have a story about the N-word?
Well, it's not something that I ever said in my life. No, seriously. But
except for last
I met a couple of people that there's like, oh, he better be like, with N-word. I was like, guys, why you keep saying that? They're just black, and they're like, you don't know this word? And this word I never thought it's offensive word. I just know that this word is allowed to pronounce only by African American, the N word.
Yeah.
And we Russians, we just just black. Like, okay, he's black, he's white,
Yeah.
But then later on, I found out that it's kind of a very bad word. You can't say that.
Unless you're black.
And unless you're black. So that kind of confused me. Yeah. And people were shocked. They were like,
could you imagine if he said the N-word, like how would it sound? But to me, it does. I think it's how you say it. Right. There's two different ways to say it.
Like how?
Oh God, I'll tell you.
2 ways.
The like ER with the ER in the end. Oh
no.
gosh, he doesn't know.
I don't know. How? Tell me.
I don't know if I want to say it here.
Oh, okay. No, don't say that. You'll tell me later.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you later. No, because I'm trying not to get into a racial stuff. I mean, occasionally some not racist, but racial things may come out, and like I was telling him the other day, there's a YouTuber very popular, and he's like, he can't say, when anyone ever calls, they can't say anything about Jewish people, obviously, but even about Mexicans, he won't allow you to say anything bad about Mexicans, like, of course, gay people, but for black people, it's okay. Well, say whatever you want about the black people.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk a lot about black people on YouTube. I'm just like especially regarding the nationality, because for me, one of the most shocking moments in America, I told Miss Marlena, many times that when I'm filling out the documents, it's always asking me what race I am, and all the time I'm like asking, is it really matter? Why it's matter right now? If I'm Hispanic, non-Hispanic, white, like non-white, something. There are like 10 racial things, and it's really getting me off. Like, it doesn't matter right now, and this is a very good topic for the future for the future advertising and maybe future discussions.
Mm. Yeah, so I am looking to see the posts I put on my page. Oh, that's my dance
You know,
teacher.
let me show from my page how does your post
Or
look
does it
like.
come on your Facebook, you mean?
Yeah, I hope it does.
Huh. See if
Okay.
I've been shadow banned. Because maybe I've been shadow banned on this account. What do you think? It's possible.
Your
All these women.
yeah,
Okay.
women.
What page is this?
I don't know. It's just like the home page. I don't even know them.
No?
Yeah, just like scrolling seats like crazy.
It doesn't show.
It doesn't show you, yeah.
Well, wait,
Because
if
I
you
have more than 1,000 friends. Yeah, I have to clean them all.
no, but it needs to.
Yeah, you have to pop out, of course.
It's
Because
not
first
gonna
of all,
come
you're a
down.
friend, like close friend, and
You sure you don't know any of them?
no, I don't know any of them. I don't know
That
who's that.
that has to
I
be
swear.
true because 1,000 is a lot. I think most people I know. I have 400, but don't go to my page. Go to see if it shows on yours.
Yeah.
Go to the front. I mean, go to here, and press this one.
The news feed. I don't have this thing, you know.
Why not?
I have an Android.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Talking about that, I have to talk to you about your phone. Because you took some photos and they came out horrible.
I know.
So go, see, there I go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you liked it already?
Of course I liked it. Of course. And see, there was like already playback. Somebody clicked on it.
Nah, that's us.
No, I did not click on it. Oh, maybe you clicked on it. That's
No,
why.
but 10 times.
But look, if I'm gonna click once, for sure, the playback will pop out right now. Like I'm gonna press like another one. Oh, wait. Let me go. Actually, wait.
Okay, we can just be sitting and not talking. We're supposed to be entertaining.
No, we're not supposed to entertain. We're supposed to discuss, and we have to talk to each other.
So I have Facebook sucks lately. I have 409 friends. I think I know mostly everybody, but I know my Instagram before I've known everybody, but now because I have so many, I don't know half of them because my daughter, she came up, young generation, she
Right.
got all these followers, and I found out she bought some followers. And she's like, "Do you want me to help you? Do you want some more followers?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" So then next thing you know, I had like over 1,000, extra because I'm sure 192. I know at least. Out of that, I probably know less than 5%. I don't know. I have 1,194. So is it good? Is it bad? Like I don't know. So I don't like it because then when I'm going through, actually I do know her. But thank God, there's somebody I know. Actually, this the girl from Turkey. I met her here in the U.S. and I actually stayed at her sister's place in Turkey, in Istanbul. And that was another crazy, funny story. But yeah, that's her, Borsa, that's her name. And Bosphorus, Modern Oriental, Bosphorus, Istanbul. So
Okay, see, the playback just showed. That was me who clicked on the page and started watching.
So it's not as fun because I don't know any of these people hardly. Like all thousands.
Same. I have more than 1,000 friends on Facebook, and I barely know 100.
Like.
No, I don't even watch Facebook.
But
Marlena.
Facebook is so sucky. Like I hate Facebook now. I have a lot of friends and family on Facebook, and I can say, "Hey, you guys! I just got my PhD. I just purchased a home. Oh, look at me! I just flew to Japan." Like doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you guys open my Facebook, my life is the most boring life.
Not to say that mine is exciting, but I'm saying if I'm doing exciting things like that, I don't get the support or love on Facebook like I do on Instagram. Like seriously.
Same with me when I'm posting my
photos. Nobody will like.
Yeah, on Instagram, I have more support. I agree with you.
Yeah.
On Instagram, I have lots of support.
Yeah, so I think to me, I feel like people on Facebook are like haters. Are rude. To me, they're haters.
Yeah, because the managing the Facebook photos is getting harder and harder. Look, I have 1,000 friends, and it's so uncomfortable to unfriend them. You cannot even believe me. if I'm gonna take any single friend, like let me show you right now any single friend, like the very first one, like that I don't know. It's not my friend actually. It's requests. I don't know how to. I don't even know how to open friends. See, I'm opening friends. It's not my friends. It's suggestion. So I can go click add
that's
friend,
the
add friend,
add
add friend,
friend. You have to
add friend.
go.
Exactly. But I'm not gonna add anyone. So okay, look. I don't know like who's. Oh, mutual friends. See, there are some mutual friends that I know. But for example, I don't know who's that. Antonia Jasmine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I pronounced someone's name. I'm sorry. See, friends. Why I'm friends with her? Okay, let me unfriend her. Unfriend. Are you sure you want to remove friend? Yes, because I already clicked. See how complicated it is? Yes.
Black Derp.
Yeah, I don't know who's that.
What
Maybe it's like linked.
coincidence? Huh?
Yes. And then like anyone else.
Maybe they paid for you to
I
follow
know.
them. That can be that reason.
No. They have to pay me already a lot.
No, not paid, but they probably paid like for subscribers, and they.
A long time ago, I got hacked. Long time ago, I got hacked. I barely restored my page, and there was like additional 100 friends. But then I had a period when I wanted to promote my band music, and I started to add random people. And that was the worst mistake of my life.
I think for me too, trying to add people.
It's very easy to add. You see that. You just click add.
Yeah. But some people, I remember back in the days when Facebook, like when I really started to become active on Facebook, and this was like almost 10 years ago when I first really started. And so I didn't hardly have friends. I was trying to add people, and I had some, butt heads.
Right.
One guy would message me instead of adding me, like, "Oh, do I know you?"
Exactly.
kind of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, the heck with you, then." Like,
yeah.
So you had people like that, just weird on Facebook.
Yeah. When I started to add people, I remember
Where do I know you from?
Yeah, I had guys and girls. They were like texting, "Do I know you?" I was like, excuse me, that I added you. I'm like sending the link. Like, I'm sorry, maybe you will be interested. Promotion. And oh my god, I got so much negativity, like hatred, like literal hatred, like don't you dare like talking to me, like
dare you
how
try
dare
to
you
be a friend?
like
How dare you?
I'm the king of this Facebook page, and you're a peasant.
Yes.
Text me,
Yeah, that's how they were to me. Sometimes, almost time.
And see how hard it's to remove this friend. Like they're asking, maybe you want to take a break. Why you have to, No, I just want to unfollow them.
Like, are you sure you want to break the relationship?
Yeah, that was really deep relationship.
Unfriend all of the women.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't even know who is that woman or who is that girl is. I'm like, yes, but that was a relationship. Facebook suggests me a relationship.
Sometimes I don't like that because I do get the message like, oh, I get it sometimes. Like people, like when I went on the vacation, we exchanged numbers in case, to communicate with the group. And then next thing you know, they're showing up on my Facebook. Oh, add such and such. And I'm just
right. Yeah.
Now, they making me feel like I'm stalking them if I were to add them. So I'm like, heck no, I'm not going to add them. But I had some people add me from the trip,
Yeah, but that's how I added you.
Yeah.
Because a long time ago, I had your phone number, and that phone number got linked with my contacts.
Yeah.
And seems like you have your phone number. I don't know. I didn't check your page, like if you have your phone number or not. But it showed me your page.
I don't think so.
Yeah, like, oh, do you know Marlena Hunters? Of course I do. Of course I know.
I think I used to have it on my Instagram.
Yeah, and I added you like that.
Yeah. So that's how you found me. Thank God, that's so cute. That's a great story. So going back to the Bible.
That you don't even know the name of the Bible.
Oh, yeah, I know the name, but I just got all discombobulated, sorry. All I know is there's statistical and manual and diagnostic, but I couldn't get the order right.
Right.
It was out of order. So chaos out of order instead of order out of chaos. So this lists all of the statistics that are done in order to calculate what consists of a disorder, what makes a disorder. How do they come up with the fact that you need to suffer from a certain condition for 6 months versus 2 weeks?
Right.
How do they come up with the fact that you have to meet certain criteria or characteristics in order to be diagnosed with that specific disorder? So it is all science-based. It's all research-based. They do used participants in clinical trials in order to come up with this. So it starts from childhood disorders, learning disorders, disabilities, and then it's broken into different sections. For example, they have mood disorders, anxiety disorders, they have psychotic disorders, they have sleep wake disorder, they have sexual disorders and phobias, and it just kind of goes on and on and on. And substance abuse disorder. So in each section there's a breakdown. So in the anxiety disorder you have acute stress disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder. So there are so many disorders within that category. So, and they're all different, and they all range depending on your symptoms. So
Right.
So yeah, since we were talking about anxiety, I thought, I don't know, I can read a quick introduction about anxiety. It's up to you.
Sure.
But
I
what
would
is it?
really.
A general person, like, I think it's one of those words that are overrated. Like people be like, "Oh, I have anxiety," or PTSD. Like people use, or I have OCD.
And they don't even know.
Yeah. It's like one of those words that are so loosely thrown around, and people are not really knowing what it is or what it means. So yeah, people have to kind of be careful with that. But
Yeah, if you can read something a little bit about anxiety, and especially for those people that just recently changed their
so anxiety
relocation.
disorder, we have social anxiety disorder, social phobia, panic disorder, agoraphobia. So I have to memorize every single one of these. And we have substance abuse induced anxiety. What is a specific? Anxiety disorder due to another medical condition, body dysmorphic disorder. That's a good fun one. Obsessive compulsive disorder. Do you know what a dysmorphic disorder is?
I'm sorry, have no idea.
That's when you're like not okay with your body, and it can be extreme. It's like a person who get a face
surgery.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't like this. Let me do it again." So that can get like that because it's like usually to qualify for that, but to be in that diagnostic range, you have to have a certain body part that you're obsessed about.
Right.
So anxiety disorder, where's general? So the proper term is called generalized anxiety disorder.
Okay.
It's not anxiety. It's generalized anxiety disorder, or we'll say GAD. God.
Okay.
God. I'm kidding. No, we don't spell it out, but it's GAD. So this is the list of anxiety disorders. So
okay.
It's the page 222.
It's a huge book. It's super huge book.
Yeah. This is actually my second book because they renewed it. There's the other one over there. You can get the gray book down there.
Okay, but later, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, page 222 specifies that.
And this one,
Yeah, so the diagnostic criteria is broken down A, B, C, D, E, F. So A, excessive anxiety and worry. So you have to be suffering from this condition for at least a minimum of 6 months.
Okay.
So it's apprehensive expectation. That means you're like always worried, you're anticipating something's going to happen, occurring more days than not for at least 6 months. So what do they mean by more days than not? There are 7 days of the week, right?
Right.
So that means out of 7 days, you're worried 5 days out the week. So more days than not, which is a weird term, but that's what they mean. About a number of events or activities. So you could be worried about an event or an activity. A activity could be, I don't know, you have to attend some event, or it can be going to work, going to school, or performance.
Right.
So anything that you're worried about, but it has to be at least 6 months. Also, it has to be the individual finds it very difficult to control the worry. So that means you're constantly worrying. Okay, category C, anxiety and worry are associated with 3 or more of the following 6 symptoms. So you must meet six. I mean, not six. You must meet three out of the six.
Mm-hmm.
So either restlessness or feeling keyed up on the edge. We all know what that means, right?
Uh,
You're
no,
you're
I
feeling
mean,
restless. You're feeling
yeah,
on the edge.
like on the edge, of
Yeah.
course. For example, I felt it all the time. Uh, when it's a foreign country, I don't know what to do, how to act, how to behave, and I was always like on the edge, you know. But still, I was happy and kind of silly traveler.
Yes, but the restlessness had to do something with work, school, or performance.
I did not work, I did not perform yet
Mm-hmm.
when I just arrived, but later on, maybe I did have, of course, because new people. But the same thing I can tell about my old country where I used to, born at, because I got stressed meeting new people. I got stressed working at brand new jobs. So
Yeah, so
maybe,
that could be a part of work, performance, and also I think events because it's an event in itself, being in a different country and having to go to the market and communicate with people or interact in society
right,
in a
right.
different culture. So number two, being easily fatigued, which is like they're
Fatigue, like
tired.
I'm tired. I
Yes.
don't want to do anything. I want to
Mm-hmm.
die.
So the third one is difficulty concentrating or your mind is going blank.
Yes.
4, irritability. 5, irritability, like you're irritated.
Yeah.
5, muscle tension. I can feel when I get really nervous or like upset. I feel it. I feel the muscle
Yeah. The
tension all
muscles,
that.
yeah, all around your.
And lastly, sleep disturbance, which can be either problems falling asleep, staying asleep, or just restless and unsatisfying sleep. So 3 out of the 6 of those. But if you're a child, you only need to have one. So it's different from adults versus children
Of
how you
course.
would diagnose them. They usually only need like half the requirements or need only half the amount to qualify to diagnose. But it depends. So each one is different. It's crazy. Um, so the anxiety. So that's the second section, right?
Right.
No, actually, that's the third. Okay, so and then the anxiety, worry, or physical symptom cause clinical significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, and or other important areas of functioning. So it's so bad that it interferes with your daily life or it interferes with your ability to interact with people or to carry on things at your daily tasks, for example.
Right.
So it has to be severe almost. Like the guy that I work, I mean, it doesn't have to be so severe to where you're just like homeless, but it has to be significant. Like this guy, like I tell you that I'm working with in the group, he can't even go to the grocery store because he's like ruminating and worried about these unnecessary worries. That's just not going to come true. Um, Also, the disturbance is not attributed to the physiological effects of a substance. So that means that this is not caused by a drug. Like it's not drug induced because
Right.
that's also something a totally different category. So when people do drugs, of course they become like paranoid or nervous or anxiety.
Right.
It can be in I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
it could
listening.
be you made me lose my train of thought.
Regarding the drugs, we finished.
No, but I'm trying to think of a word. I can't think of it. Like provoking or induced. So I don't know. But anyhow, like of course if you smoke crack you're gonna maybe feel anxious. So
Yeah.
you can't qualify for this because
Yes.
if
It's
you're
not.
smoking crack 5 days out the week and
Yeah.
you're like, oh like no, it's not gonna work.
It's not a
But
psychological problem.
but there is a diagnosis here where it can be anxiety disorder due to another like,
Abuse of drugs.
no, we can say other specify anxiety disorder. So that's where you can say this is due to something else, like a
Okay.
drug or something. So they will get this diagnosis. So,
Okay.
but I'm not done. So it keeps going. So the anxiety cannot be caused by, like I said, drug, abuse or a medication or another medical condition, like hyperthyroidism. Like if you have a thyroid that is hyperactive, not hyper. Hyper means it's like, energy.
Right.
So that can cause someone to be. So it can be because of that. Otherwise, you won't qualify for this diagnosis.
Right.
Okay. So lastly, the disturbance is not better explained by another mental disorder. Anxiety or worry about having panic attacks in panic disorder, negative evaluation in social anxiety disorder, social phobia, contamination, or other obsessions and obsessive compulsive disorder, separation from attachment figures, and separation anxiety disorder. It goes on and on. Reminders of traumatic events in post-traumatic stress disorder, gaining weight. So you can't really connect this as that. It has to be a total separate. You can't say, oh, this person has obsessive compulsive disorder, and then also because of that, they have anxiety, general anxiety. So it can be because of another mental disorder. Disturbance is not better explained by another mental disorder. And where does it stop? Or the content of delusion, beliefs, and schizophrenia. So it just kind of goes on. Okay. But before that diagnosis, there's like an introduction, which is really nice. Like the introduction for this is so nice. And let me go to it. The very beginning of anxiety disorders. Before we stop. Because I think.
Yeah, it will be a good ending. I think we talked a lot today.
The very beginning, there's an introduction here. And it goes on.
You can sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to read it. So it's like 2 pages. So. Oh, you want to
it's very huge, like you can see.
Yeah.
Anxiety disorder. It's page number 189,
yeah.
And then goes to 190, but still it's just the introduction with a very small text line. See, on the right side here, and there's a lot of information.
So that's kind of explaining general. I read just the paragraph, give you an idea. So it just says. Anxiety disorders include disorders that share features of excessive fear and anxiety and related to behavioral disturbances. Fear is the emotional response to a real or perceived imminent threat, whereas anxiety is anticipation of the future threat. So it kind of gives you a basic generalization of what anxiety is, and then it talks about the different types of anxiety that will be further explored in here. And then, so depending on the disorder, like they have separation anxiety disorder, which I think, sometimes.
Yeah, separation, yes.
Yeah. Not with you, but I mean,
of course, no.
Yeah. So, diagnostic features. So, it also gives a little breakdown here, like scientifically. So, for this one, separation anxiety disorder talks here. They also worry about untoward events to themselves, such as getting lost, being kidnapped, or having an accident that will keep them from ever being reunited with their major attachment figure. So that's mainly for a child who has anxiety disorder. And then it talks about associated features supporting the diagnosis. So it says when separated from a major attachment figure is what happens. Children with separation anxiety disorder may exhibit social withdrawal, apathy, sadness, or difficulty concentrating, and on and on and on. And then the second one, prevalence. That means like the population. So it says out of 12 months, and the percentage of children in the United States, the age range from 6 months to 12 months, and then the development and course, and then it breaks down more the risk and prognostic factors,
right.
Culture-related diagnostic issues, gender-related, suicide risk. So for each disorder, and then differential diagnosis. So this is like similar disorders that may cross-reference or may seem very close to the features here. So it kind of helps you because the person may not really qualify for that, but there are similar disorders here that are very related. That may be the second diagnosis, or
No, I renewed the page just to watch that.
So as you can see, for that one is how it goes on and on.
Yeah, so, that's huge topic. We're gonna talk for that for months. Yeah. I think it's possible.
Oh, for sure, it can go on for months for that. But I think that was kind of like my very favorite. One of my favorites was in depression. Was one of my very first presentations I
Mm-hmm.
did in front of a. It was
Communication, like public speech.
yeah, it was a conference. Yeah, so I did a poster presentation. It was
Mm-hmm.
like with a group of therapists, and I won an award. So I have one of the best presentations.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was kind
I'm
of
proud
cool.
of you.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, I still have the poster. It's like hidden behind my desk, but it's a huge. Like, I had it laminated. It costed like $200, like for like I don't know, Staples or those places to print the board out. It was like a $200 poster, and that was like 10 years ago. It seems. So could you imagine how much it costs now? I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe it's more. But yeah, that's how passionate and how much I'm so into psychology field. And presenting has been fun, and I look forward to doing it again in the near future. Yeah, it's coming back. Especially with COVID, a lot of that has stopped, but they are doing again a lot of events, and I'm getting emails all the time. But so far lately, I'm just not really like, oh, let me jump in and join this conference because they can be expensive.
To
Traveling,
participate.
hotel.
Oh, participate.
Yeah, because usually they don't pay all expenses.
Of
Like
course.
maybe you're lucky they'll give you a discount. You get in for free, or you don't have to
Yeah,
pay.
exactly the same with music.
Yeah.
Like so many times when I toured,
Mhm.
barely you getting reimbursed at least for
Yeah.
some tiny thing, like you said, like travel.
Yeah.
I used to travel by train
Mhm.
or bus, barely airplane because it's not necessary. Europe is very tiny, very small. You don't need plane, but yes, I did travel. So, yep, I completely understand you. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching it
Yes.
till the very
Thank
end.
you too.
Please join, subscribe the channel. Marlena,
Yes.
she's gonna stream probably once per week. For now, we're gonna make a couple more videos. She's very excited to meet you guys, talk to you over the chat, ask questions, put comments, put like, and we'll see you.
Yes. Like, share, subscribe.
We'll see you next time. Bye.